Well, Bennett Kessler filed this report. Dick Lumen worked as a mechanic for the Mono County Road Department for 15 years. In late 2011, Lumen was fired for an alleged physical fight with a road operations supervisor. Lumen appealed that termination, which was upheld on the grounds that he threatened his supervisor, not that he had a fight with him. Well, this week in Mammoth Lake's court, Lumen's case for reinstatement was scheduled to go before Judge James Garbolino. However, the hearing was continued until March 26th after the Mono County Counsel's office filed a motion to recuse the judge on grounds that Mono cannot get a fair hearing before him. Deputy County Counsel John Vallejo filed the motion to remove Judge Garbolino and to ask that another judge be assigned to the case. Local judges had recused themselves in this case. Mr. Vallejo's motion says, quote, "The Honorable James D. Garbolino, the judge before whom this action is now pending, is prejudiced against the County of Mono so that the County of Mono cannot, and the undersigned believes it cannot, have a fair and impartial trial or hearing before his honor," end quote. The motion requests a new judge. Now, it was Judge Garbolino who heard the county's motion to reverse arbitration decisions made in the case of former Deputy John Madrid. The judge had ruled strongly in Madrid's favor and quoted from the record numerous details unfavorable to Mono County and the sheriff's officers. Now, the Mono County Appeals Board back in 2013 included Sheriff Ralph Obenberger, County employee Ken Good, and then Supervisor Tim Hansen, who filed a dissenting opinion to go against the termination. He argued that remarks that Lumen may have made should not have prompted termination. The other two appeals board members upheld the firing. Now, Lumen's attorney, Katie Blomo, filed a writ to overturn the termination. She alleged, quote, "prejudicial abuse of discretion," end quote, and on the part of the county and others. Now, the petition basically said that Mr. Lumen was fired for making a wisecrack to his supervisor, who was initially fired and then reinstated. Now, the petition says Lumen lost wages, benefits, retirement contributions, and the right to public employment. The petition asked the court to reinstate Lumen with all pay, benefits, seniority, and other considerations. More on Dick Lumen's case, 9:30 a.m., Mammoth Court on March 26th. Well, the Shine on the Sierra Luminary Walk coming up this Friday at the Bishop Union High School track. Registration will begin at 6:15 p.m., followed by the walk from 7 to 7:45 and closing ceremonies from 7:45 to 8. Hey, some great luminary bags which you can decorate will be available for a $5 donation, and proceeds benefit the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. If you would like to get some more information on this great event, please contact Kristen Carr at Home Street Middle School. Well, the Banff Mountain Film Festival World Tour brings the spirit of outdoor adventure to the Eastern Sierra. It's going to be taking place at the Charles Brown Auditorium at the Tri-County Fairgrounds March 28th and 29th. Now, the screenings in Bishop will feature over 2 hours of film each night, with different films shown on the 2 nights. And this is a fundraiser for the Inyo Council for the Arts. James Wilson talked to Sierra Wave Media about this year's Banff Mountain Film Festival.
This will be the 20th year, so it's going to be a party year. And we've got, as usual, films about mountaineering, climbing, skiing, kayaking. There's some great films. There's several films with women in them, which has always been a desired thing. There's some really fun stuff. We have 5 prize winners. We have a film called Ready to Fly, which is about Lindsay Vann, who was the woman that got women's ski jumping in the Olympics, and she just performed in Russia just a few weeks ago. We have other films about climbing. We have a film called Sufferfest, which is an Alex Honnold film where Alex and one of his buddies rides their bicycles all across California and climbs Mount Shasta, and then all of the 14ers in Inyo and Mono counties, all bike supported, and Sufferfest kind of tells the story. I think they learned to appreciate a bike saddle. And then we have a film called North of the Sun, which is about two young Norwegian guys that camp on the north coast of Norway in winter and go surfing all winter long, which looks really fascinating.
Well, always great to see James Wilson. Hey, tickets available in Bishop, Eastside Sports, and the Inyo Council for the Arts, and in Mammoth Lakes at the Bookie Joint. Admission, $12 each night. And for more information, you can contact the Inyo Council for the Arts, 760-873-8014. Go to their website, inyo.org, or Eastside Sports at 760-873-7520, and the website, eastsidesports.com. Advise you to get those tickets before they sell out. And getting closer to the opening of the Rockin' Bowl in Mammoth Lakes, Rob Gill talked with Dan O'Connell.
When is the Rockin' Bowl going to be up and running? When can people come in here and actually bowl with their friends?
Well, that's probably the most frequently asked question. And we're hoping to be open, quietly open, sometime middle of next week. Maybe a little bit later, but not much. Well, as I've said before, 12 lanes of bowling. Our indoor golf center is functional now. We have 3 high-definition virtual golfing bays in a clubhouse kind of setting. Our retail shop is almost finished. We'll be selling golf equipment, doing club fitting, lessons, closest to the pin type of contests, longest drives, things like that. I've got a couple of foosball tables coming for downstairs, ping pong tables, and the kitchen right now is being fired up as we speak.
And what kind of food can we expect served here at the Rockin' Bowl?
I would call it a very eclectic menu. We're going to have a variety of price points from soups, sandwiches, burgers, pastas on the lower end, which will have a variety of price points as well, so it'll be affordable for just about anybody. But on the higher end, with our chef, we're planning chops, steaks, seafood, venison, medallions, things like that. So it'll be really good. I do want to add that the opening's going to roll out in phases. So the bowling lanes will be open downstairs as soon as possible, hopefully next week. The bar downstairs will be open. We'll have food service downstairs. It'll be more of the bar menu than the upstairs dining room menu. And then the restaurant, the dining room upstairs, and the patio upstairs will probably be open a week or 2 after the downstairs opens. So we're going to roll it out in phases. The golf center should be open next week, though, for sure.
And do you have a website up and running?
The website is in progress. It should be up and running within the next week or 2. It'll be mammothrockandbowl.com.
And that's Rockin' Bowl with an N.
With an N, yeah. Like rock and roll, Rockin' Bowl. We do have a Facebook page that's up and running that's also Mammoth Rockin' Bowl at Facebook.
Well, that will be a very cool addition to town. I know a lot of folks are looking forward to that. Mammoth's Rock and Bowl. We'll be back with weather and sports.